If you've been wondering why you've randomly been seeing Orca Ecom all over my stories lately, I should probably explain myself. Like, Danielle, what are all these killer whales doing on here? Truthfully, I wasn't planning on talking about Orca Ecom this soon, but apparently I've been accidentally posting Orca content onto my Muse page for the last week. So here we are. The funny thing is, Orca Ecom didn't start because I was obsessed with e-commerce. It started because I became obsessed with the question: why do so many people make good money and still end up with nothing? I've spent years around people who know how to make money. Some of them make more in a month than most people make in a year, yet somehow they're still stressed, still stuck, still dependent on showing up tomorrow to make next month's income. And if we're being real, I've seen this constantly in the adult entertainment industry. Women making incredible money, 5 figures, sometimes 6 figures, yet years later, no investments, no assets, no ownership, no cash flow outside of themselves, nothing working for them behind the scenes, just more work. And before anybody gets defensive, I'm not judging it. I'm saying I've watched it happen over and over again because nobody teaches these women what comes next. Nobody teaches them how to turn income into assets. Nobody teaches them how to make money work for them. Nobody teaches them ownership. That's the part that always bothered me because eventually life changes. Your interests change, your priorities change, your energy changes. And if your entire income depends on you showing up every day forever, that's not freedom, that's dependency. So I started studying sales, business, investing, wealth, leverage, ownership. And eventually that path led me into e-commerce. But here's something else I've realized over the last few years. Most women don't struggle to build a brand. They struggle to sell one. I've watched women spend months building offers, creating content, designing websites, perfecting logos, making it pretty, talking about the life they want. Then the moment it's time to actually ask for the sale, everything changes. The fear shows up. The self-doubt shows up. The overthinking shows up. And honestly, I understand it because I went through it too. One of the reasons I put so much effort into growing Orca Ecom is because I started seeing it as a bridge, a place where women can build sales confidence before putting all that pressure on themselves and their own brand. Because selling your own dream feels personal. Selling someone else's product while you're learning gives you room to build reps. And sales is reps. Confidence isn't something you think your way into. It's something you earn through repetition. The ability to hear no. The ability to handle objections, the ability to communicate your value, the ability to ask for a sale without making it mean something about your worth. Those skills transfer everywhere, into business, into leadership, into relationships, into life. The more women I coach, the more I realize most don't need another business idea. They need proof that they can sell. They need proof that they can create value. They need proof that they can confidently put themselves out there. That's why Orca Ecom became so important to me. Yes, it's e-commerce, but underneath that, it's really a vehicle to learn sales, a vehicle to understand leverage, a vehicle to learn wealth building principles, a vehicle to create cash flow that isn't entirely dependent on your body, your time, your energy, or your presence. And for a lot of the women who follow Muse, I think that's one of the most important skills you can develop. Because the goal was never just making money. The goal was having options. The goal was having ownership. The goal was building a life that doesn't constantly demand more from you just to maintain it. So if you've been seeing Orca Ecom popping up in my stories and wondering what the heck is going on, now you know. It's not separate from Muse. It's one of the vehicles behind everything I've been talking about